Now, that's it for React Native for now. Before we now really start diving into React Native and all its basics, let me briefly come back to this course and give you an overview of what you can expect from that course. Right now, we're just getting started, but we're pretty much done with that. And thereafter, we're going to dive into all the React Native essentials you need. In the next course section, we will dive into the basics, into how you can build user interfaces with React Native components, how you can style your user interfaces, how you can build powerful layouts, and of course, we're also going to practice all these things by building real apps. And thereafter, we're also going to learn how we can add navigation, how we can make sure that users can switch between different screens with nice animations, how you can add drawers or tabs and things like that. Now, this course also has a couple of prerequisites to make sure that you get the most out of all these concepts, out of all these sections, and specifically, you already need JavaScript and React.js knowledge. However, this course also comes with 2 refresher course sections, which you find at the end of this course, to which you can jump ahead if you want to go through those refreshers again before you start diving into all the React Native sections. These refreshers don't replace full courses on these topics, but they are great if it's been some time since you last worked with React, for example, and therefore it's my recommendation that you take a look at those refresher sections if you need them. Now, after all those React Native essentials, though, we're also going to dive into more advanced features, and specifically, we are going to learn how we can connect certain key React concepts with React Native. For example, how we can use the Context API or Redux with React Native. We're going to build a complete example app from the ground up to practice all these things we learned up to this point. We will learn how to handle user input and send HTTP requests, and all these things, again, by building multiple realistic apps. Last but not least, we will dive into many advanced modules as well, where we will focus on user authentication and learn how we can use native device features like on-device storage, the camera, locations, for example, locating the user or showing a map, and we will also learn how we could add push notifications. Last but not least, we will also learn how you can publish your React Native apps, so how you can get them into the app stores. Now, that's the course content. I also want to make sure that you get the most out of this course, though. And the most obvious recommendation, of course, is that you should watch the videos because this is a video on demand course. But of course, watching the videos means that you should watch them at your own pace. You can use the video controls to speed the videos up or slow them down, and you should take advantage of that to make sure that you get the most out of them. You can also pause videos to practice something on your own, even if I don't tell you to practice something. Definitely do this on your own as well. And feel free to go back to the beginning of a video, to rewatch a video or even an entire section if something wasn't clear the first time you watched it, because that is the huge advantage of a video on demand course. So embrace that advantage. In addition, of course, in this course, we're going to build a lot of apps, we're going to write a lot of code, and I recommend that you do code along, that you don't just watch the videos, though you can, of course, also just do that, but you will learn more if you also pause the videos, if you practice things on your own, if you code along, if you try to write the code on your own, if you maybe even experiment with the code a little bit and you write slightly different apps, you add extra features that I might not add in the videos. Do all these things because that will ensure that you get even more out of this course. Now, when following along and when coding along, you will sometimes also get stuck. You might not be able to reproduce a certain result I'm showing in the videos, and for those cases, or if you want to, for example, get the course slides, you should use the course attachments that are also provided as part of this course. To be precise, in the next lecture after this one, you find a link to all the course resources, all the code snapshots, and so on, and you should use these resources to compare your code to mine, to maybe even replace your code with mine or parts of your code with mine if you're stuck, to make sure that you can find plus fix your errors that you might be facing. The next lecture also contains instructions on how you can use the provided code resources, how you can download them, how you can use them to compare or replace your code. Now, last but not least, this course also has a Q&A section which you can use if you're stuck, if you have questions. But don't just use this section to ask questions. Instead, also try to help others. Because if you try to help others, if you reply to others, you will get way more out of this course, because when you solve someone else's problem, you are challenged to come up with a solution, to articulate that solution, and that will actually make sure that you really get the most out of this course, that you have to understand the things that I teach in this course, and that you fully understand them instead of just a little bit, for example. So definitely also use this Q&A section to help others and not just to ask for help. That's my recommendation for this course. And with all these recommendations, you will get a lot out of this course. You will learn React Native from the ground up in great detail. And therefore, in the next course section, it's now time to really dive into React Native in detail.